Okay. Nakajima. Run 1 of 2. What's the atmosphere like out on the platform when you get to this stage of the competition? And I don't know, everybody's your mate out there on the platform, right? Everybody's friends, and you start seeing a few glances around of people sort of showing their nerves. Some people are having fun, like throwing high fives, dance moves and things like that. It seems to be quite a good atmosphere out there.
Yeah, I think it's a great atmosphere. Everybody just wants each other to do good, and it's all just like a good time. I think it's really nice.
So coming off that back lip, going to call it on that one. Still about 8 seconds to go on the call.
I think she's going to call it there with a couple of bails.
Yeah. I first saw Funa out in China in Henan about 5-6 years ago, and I was completely shocked at how good she was. She's and amazing. How consistent she was. I'm really looking forward to seeing some of that today. Gap out to back lip, hanging in there.
Oh no.
Losing the board. That was only going to be a turnaround anyway. From Blunt.
So steady.
Right,
yeah, and I like the way, like, everything is sort of precise and determined and stamped on with Funa. She's just like, the front blunt's going in, she's standing on it hard.
Oh, there's the Funa.
That's her move too, the front crooks.
Did she do it on the hubba in quarterfinals instead of the handrail? I think so.
I think so, yeah.
So this might have been an upgrade.
Yeah.
She did do it down Hollywood High last year as well.
You can, and I think for me this one was a little bit less stressful, but for a lot of other people this was so much on the line for this contest. And yeah, especially those Japanese, only 6 of them can go through, and I think there's like 8 of them in the final right now.
So 45 seconds on the clock, run number 1 for Jessica Reddy. Lovely switch flip, and that's the other thing that I've seen in both men's and women's, but mainly in the women's, is the use of switch tricks in runs as well.
Yeah, it's increasing.
Nollie half cab flip.
Whoa! Hanging in there.
Her run's so difficult. The tricks are just so different than everybody else is doing, but it's really hard.
And how important do you find it that, I mean, you've got to hit the big section, you've got to get the flip tricks in there. When you're planning out your run, when you get to the course, like, what are the main things that you're looking at? So, next skater up, we have Liv Lovelace. What do you reckon she's listening to?
Oh no, I wonder. Gotta ask her.
Pretty heavy nod on that big board slide every time.
I like she takes a different route. Looks sick.
Yeah, a lot of people have been avoiding that small stair set. Hanging on there by the toenails on that one. And we were talking to Mickey earlier, and he was saying some aspects of the course are quite slow. Did you find yourself avoiding certain areas at all, or were you just trying to cover everything?
I mean, I guess maybe a little bit. It's hard to time. I feel like a lot of people, especially in the first round, thought they had a good timed run and then ended up being too late for the last trick. So I think maybe that section that she's skating right now might slow it down a little bit, but it also depends. What are you going to do now?
Yeah.
Are you going to do that easy run, or are you going to go all out? It's a difficult situation because it's really all the points on the line.
So Lucy in with run number 1, starting off with a gap out to board slide. Lovely frontside Smith grind.
I like that people have been including the quarter pipes this contest.
Yeah, I mean, they're there. They're there to be used. And
yeah.
You saw Vincent do really well by using all of those, and
Definitely.
anyone who's throwing in tricks on those quarter pipes instead of just jumping out and turning round is doing really well. Yeah, Lucy keeping it going. Kickflip over the A-frame. 10 seconds on the clock. High score from Lucy a couple of days ago in our qualifiers, 54.88.
Her second run, so to have a good score like that going into the second runs will definitely help.
Dropping in, Rose. Number one standing up on that 5-0. Oh, getting away with that heel flip. That span a little bit slowly, and she used the sky hooks to wait to get on that.
Wow.
Wow, I think hitting the truck on the way up as well,
like
maybe?
A Wally front blunt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's working. So gap out to board slide. How was Rose seeing this morning? Did she have a strategy that she shared with you or anything?
I'm not too sure. I think they're just trying to, land a run like everybody else. I think that's the most important thing because, everyone's trying to step it up, and you got to just stay on. And,
She's almost money in the bank at these things. I mean, her pop and flick have really progressed since we saw her win in Tokyo.
And also her composure, being able to really strive in stressful situations just like this.
Starting off with a salad grind down the big rail.
Yeah, and a kind of a trick back that belies her age as well. You don't see other people doing salad grinds and things like that. They almost hark back to a different era of skateboarding.
Yeah. Back across to second hit in the big area, backside 5-0 on the hubba.
I wonder if she'll give us a kickflip. She's got fantastic pop and flick on her kickflips now. She can really lift them and travel them.
Well, I'll be interested to see if we're going to get to see the crook nollie heel flip here. No? Okay. Maybe
she's got time for it here.
Trying to keep that one in the bag for the finals.
We didn't see the last trick last time, and it happened this time, so yeah.
Out of the cut, so she definitely wants to bump her score up a little bit and at least get above a 67 to make it into that 8th place spot at minimum.
Yeah, no Michi, the only two not in through yet from heat number 2. There's 5 seconds on the clock.
Do we throw caution to the wind here if you're Yumika?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think there's any holding back. There can't be.
Will she try the kickflip front feeble?
I do hope so. I mean, it'd be great to see it mid-run. Standing up on frontside 5-0.
I think her previous run where she missed just the front feeble, if she would have made that, she would probably be in the cut. So maybe she holds back and just tries to get the front feeble and save the kickflip feeble into the finals.
Hanging on to the kickflip fakie.
But she might need it now, and she's not going to have time.
Currently ranked 10th in the world, age 16. Looking keen to get going. You can see, let's do this.
Well, the rumour on the circuit is that she's the new signing for Paul Rodriguez's Primitive Skateboards.
Oh, right, okay.
At 16, she kind of represents the second wave of the Japanese youth armada that have come through post the Tokyo Olympics as well.
Lovely feeble there. And the thing is with Mio is that she's using the quarter pipes, right, Matt? Everyone who's doing tricks on those quarter pipes as a return to get back into the main section of the course is scoring higher so far.
Yeah, all those little extra tricks like that frontside tail slide right there, the judges definitely take it into account. And if there's close runs between two competitors, they might use those little extra tricks to kind of bump one of them up over the other.
Super styling the end of that run. And we're only taking 8 through to our finals later tonight. 14.55 on the board. We're going to need to see something special coming through, and a full run. There you go, solid front feeble to start things off.
She's got the bag of tricks for sure to bump up in the rankings there.
But got the style with it as well.
You can also like see that she's been around for a little longer and actually has a little bit more experience being on the board.
Yeah.
More years on there.
Is this the pop shove at 50?
You can see a bit of composure up there on the platform. Yeah, solid.
That was perfect.
It's already an improvement on run number 1. Just got to hang in there for the last 5 seconds. Frontside Smith grind. And I mean, that's the thing with skateboarding. You land a few tricks and it's all... to heat number and to the finals, because everyone in heat number 2 has taken them out. But at that point, do you think it's like, oh, okay, I'll hold back, or just go full?
I think she's got to go all in.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah, I don't think you hold back from the semifinals to the finals if you want to make it into there. Like, the next heat is so stacked.
I feel like the semifinals or something was just harder than the finals.
Yeah, we've seen that certainly in Rome earlier this year.
Yeah.
The semifinals were way crazier than I believed they needed to be, but everybody just stepped up. Lovely big spin front board there.
She wraps it around like so nicely. Like it looks like it's just perfectly around her feet.
Well, she catches it on her foot and places it into position. It's
interesting.
Like, yeah. But that's the thing with the judges. They're looking at that and they're going, no one's doing it better than that. So. Karma currently in that 6th place position with a 69.38. Be interested to see where Liz goes with this, because I don't feel she's hit the potential from run number 1.
No, she's a real styler as well. I'd be interested to see. She sometimes does a frontside 180 out of that frontside feeble ground, which is that's how she won in Rome.
Yeah, that's one of her special tricks.
One of her several special tricks.
Yeah, one of many. Taking it back across the course. Frontside 50-50. Ready for that frontside big spin every time.
Fantastic.
She hasn't missed that in 7 years.
She, again, I mean, she's only 15 years old, but she looks like she's been doing it her entire life.
Yeah, very comfortable.
There it is.
Okay, mate, nose grind. Fred Templeton right there.
Indeed.
Quite comfortable, but definitely trying to improve on that first run score. Kicked it front board to start it off, and I mean that's what we were saying earlier, starting with a banger, Niall.
I mean, it staggers me that somebody can have that much composure at that age whenever you're actually, because you know, all skateboarders are fans and enthusiasts as well, so you're actually skateboarding with your heroes in real time. That must give you the butterflies, but seemingly not.
Yeah, I mean, sharing the platform with the biggest names in women's skateboarding right now, it's hard to compose yourself.
And of course, the biggest names in skateboarding are also some of the biggest names in youth culture more generally. You know, so you're talking about people who are not just stars within our world, but stars more generally.
Yeah, 100%. 3 seconds left, time for that last trick. Gap out, frontside lip slide. Solid run there for Ibuki. Okay, Chenji up next, currently in 9th place. A lot of work to do. Kickflip 50-50 will definitely improve that score. Wow.
That helps. She is the last one that can affect the finals list of skaters. So everyone else that is skating is already in the finals.
Back-to-back trick barrage going on right now.
14-year-old from Shandong. Largely unknown and totally unsponsored as best we knew coming into this. I mean, supported by our parents clearly, but beyond that she doesn't have any what we might call established sponsors.
Backside Smith grind, bringing it back up to the big section. Good on timing so far, little breather. Second hit through on the big section. Backside lip slide, hanging in.
Fantastic.
Wow. So Second to last skater of heat number 1. Before we take it back to the top of the heat from Brazil, we have Raíssa Leal.
No stranger to making it to the finals.
No.
Are we saying the biggest name in female skateboarding today?
I would say so.
I would say so.
Yeah.
With no disrespect to Nora Vasconcelos, I would have thought that Raíssa really she's the pacemaker in women's skateboarding worldwide today.
Yeah, and following on from Letitia Buffoni as well,
100%.
you know.
And well deserved. I mean, her skating is incredible, and I'm glad the world is noticing.
Wow, look at that. Lovely backside tail slide shove it. And I mean, seeing how even at this event, Raíssa has been changing up her approach to the competition and just sprinkling a little bit of magic onto the end of certain tricks. And I mean, 5 seconds on the clock and run number 2 for Chloe Covell.
And speaking of, let's see if Chloe wants to step it up to show her competition that she means business. She's already in first going into the finals, but does she want to get a higher score just to show everyone?
Bearing in mind, pardon me, Mark, bearing in mind she hasn't actually won a tour stop yet, I think that this would be something that she probably more than anybody else really wants to have going into the next phase, is one under her belt.
Frontside feeble, heel flip, looking solid so far. And I mean, it is incredible to see how far Chloe's come in such a short time.
I remember when she joined the tour back in...
Whoa! Sorry, Niall.
Not at all.
Nose grind, nollie flip out, still time. Are we going to see this as well?
There
yes,
it is.
Wow!
Fabulous.
Incredible run.
So, Miyu sneaking in there in the 8th place position, followed up by Nanaka Fujisawa. Great to see her in the mix. And our top 3, Chenji jumping up with that run number 2 score of 82.99. Yamika just missing it, putting on a great show with skateboarding today. Twice sat there on that bubble position. That was a tough one for her to sit through and watch.